I have some news to share that is both good and bad. And that is Congress has a 6% approval rating. What does this mean? In fact, the article out of the Washington Examiner says that people actually approve of car salesmen more than they do their own Congress. The Congress is such an important part of any democratic society, and especially in a republic. But right here and now, we're seeing the lowest approval rating of the Congress ever. What is this telling us? It is simply signaling that the American people do not like the actions of their government. It is no longer that they dislike or distrust the so-called commander-in-chief. Right now, Obama, for example. It is the Congress itself, the people who are controlling the money, the ones who are making these laws. They don't like it. They don't trust them. So, if I get into a few points in this article, we can discuss a few of those things. So I'll put the link in the description, but basically they show a chart and you could just see it in a slow and steady decline, consistently going down and down, and they do not like it. And you could see right from the polls, these are absolutely accurate in what they show. So one of the quotes here, what Americans are sure about is how they feel about the Congress in general. They don't like it and they haven't liked it for a while. But Congress approval rating in this week's Economist YouGov poll matches its all-time low, just 6% of the way 6% approve of the way Congress is handling its job. So what is this really signaling to us? When they approved something like the Patriot Act, that was unanimously approved pretty much, right through. Such an illegal act which destroys the liberty of the people, and yet it gets approved so easily. And then we have so many of these other laws which are going and taking in place. For example, many of the laws which represent Agenda 21 in many ways. These are going through, passing right through the Congress, approved no problem. Gerald Celente likes to refer to them as the Gang of 535, and I tend to agree with him because they are always getting lobbied by different corporations, different businesses, and they allow a pass through so many different avenues. And another thing was they sometimes even bypass the Congress itself, go directly to the president, and he signs something like the National Defense Authorization Act. This is what's scary, is that we can't even turn to the Congress now, because when you have a dictator president, you need the Congress to really step up and really protect the people. However, other than a few exceptions, there are very, very few people in there that are actually protecting the liberties of their people, which is exactly what their job is supposed to do. So again, this is good and bad because in one sense, it's showing that people are awake at least to the fact that they realize their government isn't working for them. Unfortunately, it's a signal to us that the government has been doing a lot of misdeeds. So what do? We have to take action in our own way. I discussed this in other videos, and I will not get into that now. A lot of you are looking for sort of advice on what to do with your money, and more of those videos to come. If you'd like this video, please give me a thumbs up, and also make sure you're subscribing to these videos if you haven't already. More hard-hitting information to come.